Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and it's time for another layout. Today I'm going to challenge myself. Two things. I'm going to use a very old paper kit that I have, page kit from Creative Memories, and I'm going to make it work with a Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches sketch, day 20 by Christie Harriman. It has some couple of layers across the top of the page, 2 photos, sort of a little cattywampus, some tags tucked into one of the photos, some banners here, title here, embellishment here. That's all that's on the sketch. So I think I can make this work. I've done some thinking. So these are my 2 pictures. It's of my daughter having a tea party with her favorite dolls. This picture is a little bit funky of an angle, but it's the better picture. I have this other one that's not at such a funky angle, but she's not looking up. And so I decided to not scrap this one. I also have this one where she's also not looking up and her hat is cut off, but you can see I just wanted to be able to see her little play set. So the paper I pulled when I did my paper kits was this Creative Memories Tea Party kit. So it has this really fun paper. This is the other side with the decoration. So I had originally thought, oh, I'll make use of this, but I'm not going to because it doesn't quite work with the layout unless, and I'm flipping this layout a bit, unless I want to do it this way. I think I don't need it. I'll check it out. Let's see. It would be more like this with this here. See, and it just obscures 90% of that. And then by the time you add the tags, you hide it. Or you do it this way and then that interferes. So I'm not gonna do that. I will save one of these papers for another. I won't have to use all of them. So I'm gonna have to modify a little bit because I don't necessarily wanna cut up all these papers to get these strips. I'm going to try and make it work with these photo mats. I am going to flip it. I'm not sure why I'm flipping it. I don't suppose I really have to flip it. Let's see. Can I make it work this way? Yeah. So I don't even have to flip it, y'all. Really and truly. Oh yeah, I don't, because this is blank space here, so that even works better. And I can trim this photo down a little bit. Okay, and then that needs to scoot up a bit so that I have room for, this is going to be my title, Tea Party. There's going to be an embellishment here, and then across the top I'm going to, I already have this pink sort of in the paper. I'm going to, in her sketch, she had, it looked like this, one of these was stitched down. I'm not stitching. So instead of stitching, I'm going to make a ribbon using one of my Creative Memories border punches. I may also have paper ribbon that goes with this as well. I'm gonna look through my paper ribbons and see what I have because I never use those. And so something like that might be effective. This is too close to what's already there, so that won't work. I don't need that. I was thinking about taking a strip. I thought I had 2 of these. I should do. A strip of this across the top, and then maybe a strip, oh no, I lied, a strip of this across the top because I like the circles and that'll emulate the circles on this, and then a strip of just the green used out of this. I think that's my plan. It'll be subtle, and I'm okay with that. And then I'm gonna look for some paper ribbons that Creative Memories used to make. And then I'm going to probably have more embellishments than she had. I'm most likely going to mat my photos. I have this pretty yellow photo mat. I'll ink everything in brown since these are brown. So I'll mat my photos, one in pink and one in yellow. Just to use up the paper. And then I have all these cute embellishments. This one for sure is going on the page because it looks just like her. I think I might put the house here and the little girl standing beside it instead of the flower that they had. And then I want to sprinkle, I want to have this teapot and teacups also. We'll see what else when we get to embellishing. I also have these cute things. This tea for two, which I might incorporate over here as well. Oh, and I'll have to make tags. So I will likely make a tag out of this blue to make sure there's some more blue. And I don't know what else I'll make a tag out of. We'll see what I have left in the way of scraps when I'm done with this. So that is my plan. Let me go off and make some of that happen, and I'll come back for assembly. So this video is now, I think it's 3.5 times speed. So I used my Creative Memories border punch system to create that little scalloped, we'll call it a ribbon. And then I pulled out some of my old Creative Memories paper ribbons. They came in little spools like that. The only one that I had that really worked was from the Delight collection. So I'm just putting it, takes me a minute to get it lined up properly, behind the scallop so that there's a consistent color on the cutouts of the scallop. That's really the only reason for it. The yellow is a little bit brighter than the yellow on the paper, but it works fine. I just don't like it when you have different things that you can see through the holes. I like those to be more consistent. Especially if the top ones would look different than the bottom ones as they would here. So I'm happy with that. And then it's time to start sticking things down. So I'm going to start with the two photos, and then I'll lift them as I tuck the banners behind them. And I think I do end up switching these around a little bit. So the goal here is to make it look like they're full length or almost full length. Yeah, here I switch them up. Partly because that bottom one sticks out, shows more the way I have the pictures. So I want the banners straight, but the photos are not straight. And then I think the sketch only had a single ribbon, but I go ahead and use two, not ribbons, tags. And I will put ribbon in them toward the end. And then this big sticker, it's a clear sticker, but it's the decoration, the coloring of it makes it opaque. So that works. And then I'm going to end up taking several of the other stickers and putting them on white cardstock just to give them a little more dimension, and that way I can pop them up on foam tape. So in just a minute, I'm going to go off and do that to that the little girl and the cupcakes and a couple of other small things. Oh, the teapot and things like that. So I do stick this down and then I change my mind. But they're the Creative Memories stickers on Creative Memories paper. They all come up fine without tearing the paper, which is kind of nice. So this is where I'm making the decision to go off and put them on cardstock. And I'll just fussy cut around them and come back when those things are done. So here you go, where they're elevated. I'm going to pop them up. Some of those items, I put one little teacup down at the bottom. And the little girl is popped up. And then I made it so that it looked like the teapot was sort of pouring into that one little teacup. I thought that was cute. And I did that backwards again. I always do. So the ribbon I'm using, I think it is Fun Stamper's Journey. And it's like a sherbet color, I think it was called. But it looks pretty cute. Now, I am going to take a little glue dot and put under those ribbons just to make sure that they stay sort of sprayed out. And that's what I usually do. I either use red line tape or glue dots when I'm dealing with ribbon. I don't use liquid glue, and I feel like the removable adhesive that I use for paper doesn't work well. I also had these sitting on my desk from an Easter page. They're just little photo corners, and I felt like they matched. I end up popping this photo up. So those photo corners just gave that picture a little more interest. And I have there's a few little hearts and little swirly stickers that I add as just extra interest, little kind of like enamel dots a little bit, just to build out those clusters a bit. And then it's time for some enamel dots. I did go back after I finished the page and changed out just one of the enamel dots to one of the blue ones that I show at the end. But we're about to go back into the real-time audio while I hem and haw over adding more enamel dots. A medium green one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I did not do the blue. Oh, I do have these blues, but then that would be a 4th one and not a 5th one. That blue is really pretty though. Maybe I can get away with a blue one here. No. I do like the blue, but I can't really make that work. I did also have these blue ones. Nope, I'm gonna have to let it sit. All right, so here we go. A simple page using day 20 of Christie's Beautiful Life, series 15. I changed this up just a tiny bit. I had to move my tags. I did do the embellishment. I did do the title, and I added a 3rd embellishment area here. So a few more elements than she had, but I'm happy with it, and I have this sweet tea party memory documented. Thanks, you guys. Give this video a thumbs up and come back for more.